All right. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. Peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and flow the gospel. So, Brother Gabar from the Indiana camp. Come back to get one another sit down. I don't know what I'm entitled this video just yet. It was just I was watching this video by BOW. Slocky, which is Believers of the Way. I'm pretty sure brothers will remember, we had got up on these guys a few weeks, about a month ago. But I was checking out this video and it was hitting a touchy subject, but Believers of the Way actually went off. They actually said something that, wasn't valid. It wasn't, according to scriptures. And it's crazy because in the scripture that I actually read, it goes into it. They just didn't break it down right. So without further ado, let's just hop in straight into it and see what these guys talking about.
The reason why God kicked him out of the garden was for disobedience.
We just read.
And if God...
Slocky, hold on. Let me connect my headset because I can't hear it. So I want to make sure I'm able to hear it as well. So my mic volume might go down a little bit, so I encourage brothers to probably cut the video up, because my mic might not sound too good. Okay, all right. I'm gonna pause the video, come back, listen to it, see how I sound, see can I hear myself. So just give me a minute. All right, there we go. I viewed the sound. I just want to make sure I hear myself. So let's go ahead.
We just ready.
Brother, man.
just ready.
Hold on, brother. It's a few things that I want to go to.
ready.
No, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to him.
We just
Salaki.
ready.
Salaki, hold on.
We just ready.
But God got laws against
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
But he
man,
did it.
right?
He okayed it.
Right, okay, come. Bring
He,
it.
in Exodus,
Deuteronomy chapter 22
Exodus, he
and
gonna
verse
get ready.
25.
Brother,
Deuteronomy,
brother,
he
no,
think it's okay to read.
look, brother, you got to deal with me. I'm the teacher right now.
I'm going against all y'all.
No, I got you. No, but
So I guess the guy, I was gonna say the guy in the black, but shit, they all wearing black. But basically, the guy standing on the outside, he is accusing, Believers of the Way, be saying, well, y'all God allows grape, you know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it. He said y'all God allow rape, because they said, when Trump got in office, he said he's doing away with the whole, taking down videos and banning people for free, freedom of speech. So I'm gonna make this video be an experiment. I'm gonna say a whole bunch of shit and see do they take this video down, which I know they bullshitting or whatever, but it is what it is. But anyways, yeah. So this guy, he's accusing. He said, well, y'all got rapes or whatever, and Believes of the Way is trying to justify it somehow, basically not justify, but just trying to explain their 2 cents on it.
just deal with me.
Exodus,
Because at the end of the
he
day,
say don't rape.
look.
And then Deuteronomy,
But
he
look,
say go rape the virgin.
But look,
Take them
but
to
look,
your wife.
but look, let's see, brother. Hold on.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 25.
He said God raped, right?
But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field,
It says a man. How did God rape when it says a man?
He's telling him to
That's
do
your
the shit.
first point. That's it. No, hold on. That's what I'm saying, brother. Pay attention to what you said. Pay attention, brother.
Read it slow, Armand.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and
I'm
verse
showing you where
25.
God
Did
raped
you
at.
say God raped?
I'm gonna show you where God raped at.
Pay attention to what he just
I'm gonna show
said.
you, brother.
He said that God raped.
I'm gonna show
Let's
you.
see.
But
I
if
wanna
a
see God
man
rape, bro.
find a betrothed damsel in
But
the
if
field,
a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, God doesn't even actually come off his throne, the Most High God, brother. And spirits don't deal with flesh and humans, right?
Which he's right about that. The guy who's teaching, he's right about that. Yeah, no, the angels, the spiritual, anybody's in heaven in the spiritual world, they don't have sex. All right, only flesh and blood have sex. You know, terrestrial, if you will. If you're in this flesh, then because sex is a benefit. Sex is yes, it's pleasurable. Yeah, but it's a benefit. The benefit is it's for reproduce. It's for reproduction. All right. Angels don't need to reproduce. You know, on top of that, they don't have the means to reproduce. They don't have XY chromosomes. They don't have a heart. They don't have, blood, flesh, a mind. So that's not, yeah, the guy's going off on that. I don't know what the dude's talking about. He said God, and then he was walking around saying, "I'm gonna show y'all that God rapes. I'm gonna show y'all that God rapes." I'm like, no.
Keep reading. Now.
And the man forced her and lied with her.
So if a man raped a
Where
woman,
I'm trying to go.
Then the man only that lay with her shall die.
then the man shall what?
Shall die.
That man shall die. Meaning that wasn't cool for you to do. If it was something cool for me to do, why would God kill me?
So in this scripture they just brought out, Deuteronomy 22 and 25, they basically saying that that's their killer blow when it comes to raping. But the thing about that is, if a man forces a woman to if a man forces a woman if a man forces a woman to have sex with her, in that scripture it clearly says damsel or one that's betrothed. All right, so let's go ahead and grab it right quick, because that's the point right there. That's why he's being put to death, not because the act of raping, it's because that woman belonged to somebody else. All right, that's why reading is fundamental, man. Reading is highly fundamental. So this is the scriptures they brought out. This is Deuteronomy 22 and 25. It says, "But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and a man force her and lie with her, then the man only the lie with her shall die." See? So, clear cut, but they clearly skipped over the word betrothed. All right? That right there changed the whole dynamics of everything. All right? Because if that word wasn't right there, then yeah, so-called raping would be off, because it says damsel. But that word betrothed, which if you go into it, it means what? Engaged. All right. So that woman was promised to another man. So if that woman was promised to another man and another man come and lie with her, then guess what? He's gonna be put to death, because that's another man's property. Being engaged to a woman is basically goes into it where she's not of a marriable age yet, but when she gets to that marriable age, then she's gonna be that woman is gonna be promised to this man. But if a man comes and lies with her, if a man comes and lies with her, and it's not always of a marriageable age, it could just be a period of time. It could just be a period of time where the father just doesn't want to release her just yet. She could probably be a marriageable age yet, but the father doesn't want to release her until she's probably 2 or 3 years after, because he still has use for her. It could be anything. Basically, engaged, it means promised. As you see, it says a marriage, or it says engaged to, espoused. So it's just basically a process of time before that woman becomes that man's wife. I mean, that woman becomes that man's wife. The process of time before that is an engagement. So yeah, he technically didn't marry her, because marriage is what? Sex. But the betrothal version, or the betrothal period, or the engagement period, is the in between. He still promised to her. That's still his wife technically. But the what is it? The ceremony hasn't. I mean what am I trying to say? He hasn't popped her yet. That hasn't happened for it to be physically his wife. So yes, if let's say for example, I betroth my daughter to a brother, or I betroth my daughter to a man, and let's say my daughter is however of age, and then let's say that man he said, "Oh, promise me your daughter when she reaches this age," or I say, "Hey, listen, you can be, I promise you my daughter, but let me at least get another 2 to 3 years out of her before I give her to you." And he's okay, cool, that's fine, I can deal with that. So that's when my daughter gets I get 2 or 3 more years. But let's say in that 2 or 3 years, a man comes into her and lies with her. Now, guess what? That's not only adultery being committed, but you also robbed. You also stole that. You stole that man's wife, and you stole the dowry that I was gonna get. Which is the amount of money a man was gonna get for his daughter. You know, let's say it was you know, well, how much ever, you know, the man the man asked for. So that's the act of that's what the scripture says, that man shall die only. You know, and it says what in verse 26, it says, but unto the damsel thou shalt do nothing. It says there is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. Because why? Because what, she was espoused, and and the man forced her. You know, it says, for as the man riseth up against his neighbor and slayed him, even so even so in this matter. All right. For it says, for he found her in the field. It says, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. See, and that's the key part right there for the woman. You know, for she has to cry out. But it keeps saying that word betrothed. It's gonna always say the word betrothed because the word betrothed means engaged. That's where the sin acts at. You know.
You got a response to that?
You said right there to the food.
Where you reading that?
Deuteronomy 22 and 25, brother.
Wake him up.
Come, go
Wake
ahead.
him up!
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and the man force her,
And the man forced her, meaning he raped her.
and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die.
The Lord said that man gonna what?
Shall die.
That man is gonna die, brother. Meaning that wasn't cool. Meaning now you have to get judged. Meaning now your life have to be taken, because raping a woman is like you taking her life, brother.
Yeah, if she's married, if she's betrothed. See how they leave that part out? That's why I say, man, reading is fundamental, man. If she's betrothed, you can't just throw out the word betrothed out of there, man. That was written in the scriptures for a reason. If she's a betrothed woman, yes.
Right.
Her virginity mattered that much to God, to her parents, to her community, to her future husband. Her virginity mattered that much. But since you was moving in your lust and couldn't control yourself and wanted to take the woman's virginity, guess what God said? You gotta die.
Yeah, here it is. Now listen to this. Now this is going further down, which if they would have just read, they would have completely understood. This is Deuteronomy 22 and 28. Now, this is the woman isn't betrothed, because it's going to say, which is not betrothed, as you see. Is if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lie hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, is that man gonna die? Let's read. Then the man that lie with her shall give the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her, and not put her away and he may not put her away all his days. See? So guess what? The difference between 28 and 29 from 25 and 26 is one's betrothed and one isn't. That's the whole difference. So if they're saying, if a man forces her and lie down with her, then he should be put to death. Then what's number 28 and 29 going into? Because that sounds like the same scenario. The only difference is what? The woman's not being betrothed. It was such of a difference. The verse 28 even actually specifically said it. It said, if a man find a damsel that is virgin, which is not betrothed. See? Just showing you the difference between both scriptures is what? One's betrothed and one isn't. One man got put to death for the betrothed, and one didn't get put to death because the woman wasn't betrothed. It's simple reading comprehension, man. It's not that hard. But yet you tell these guys that, and they gonna look at you, the weirdo. They're gonna look at you like you're the funny acting one.
God don't approve of rape, brother. That's not in the Bible.
Right.
But when you let your
If this dude knew anything, I'm talking about the guy in the black, the guy on the outside. If he knew anything, he would have told him to go read more into it. He would have told him to read more down.
pastor and people that don't understand the Bible teach you, brother, then you'll come up with these things that walk contrary unto the Lord thy God.
Bring it out.
You know what I'm saying, brother?
I just told you to read where it comes out the garden before we get your tree of life.
Why? Because what is the tree of life?
Yes.
Immortality.
See, yeah, now they going into something else. But yeah, man, I just seen that little clip, man, and I was just like, see, guys don't read, man. Guys do not read. You know, it's simply just reading a few more verses down, and and this is why the apostles always say, read it for yourself, do your own research, look it up for yourself. Because if any other brother would have came across these guys, they could have just kept it, just easily told them, well, go to the next verse, go to verse 28 and 29, and show them the difference between the verse they brought out and the verse 28 and 29 is the betrothal, man. Also, you have, hold on, let me grab it right quick. This is 1 Corinthians 7:36. It says, but if any man think that he behave himself uncommonly towards his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age, he needs so required. Let him alone. It says, let him do what he will. He sinneth not, let them marry. See? So, man, hey, listen, if that's the man's wife and she's past the flower of her age, man, and she's not betrothed to anybody, it's free game, you know? We already just read, man, if he take hold on a woman that's not betrothed to lie with her, then guess what? He has to pay that. He has to pay the father 50 shekels of silver. And guess what? He can't put that woman away. Never. You know? He's going to have to be with that woman for the rest of his days. Like I said, man, it's simple reading comprehension, man. But that's all I wanted to come out with. Lord willing, hope this video was edifying. Until next time, shalom.